Hello! Happy Friday morning. It's painting time. Haven't finished my coffee. This needs to move. I can't see chat. Oh god. This chair is incredibly old. Sometimes the lock on it that prevents it from doing this just disengages. And when you lean back expecting it to not rock, oh, that is terrifying. And it just did that. Yeah, we're going to be painting sea oats grass today. All the green. That's what's left. Well, besides like the detail of like the umbrella and stuff. Yeah. But I'm really happy with it so far. It's looking good. Yama Dorgon says, how are you today? I'm doing well. I had yogurt. That's about it. That's about all I've done today. I'm almost out of paper towel. I'll be okay for today, but I'll need to get some of that next time. Speaking of paper towel, I need a piece. And this ruler needs to move before I trip over it. Let's put you where you belong. Let's see, I painted yesterday, and we painted the ocean, and then the sand. So, that stuff is done. Time to touch grass. Yes, a lot of it. This is actually, you're not supposed to go into the dunes where the sea oats are if you ever visit the southeast coast, because they are easily destroyed and they prevent a lot of flooding. So the towns will make little pathways for beach access. And this is also where the sea turtle's nest is, in this stuff. Like, they'll crawl up the beach, like from down here, up to where this stuff is, and then they'll nest right along the line of it. And Sea Turtle Patrol will move the nest closer to it if the turtle didn't make it all the way up to the sea oats. I'm trying a new decaf coffee, and it's been okay. And then today, this one is a little watery. Not happy about it. Echo Storm says, I missed the last stream, so I've been watching the VOD. We got this much done. I did a little bit with clouds in here too. And looking at it now, it doesn't feel like I did a whole lot, because I don't remember how it looked before, but it's okay. It feels good. It's a good vibe. Yeah, so we're gonna work on all of the sea oats today, and I don't have any colors mixed up. So we're just going to chill and paint a lot of lines. And it will be a lot. We have a 15-month resub from KJ the Quiet One, 14 months from Lunar Pearl, 8 months from Amaya A, 5 months from Lixren, 2 months from Padawan Becca, 9 months from The Tacos Are Here, 15 months from the Slick Duke, and Padawan Becca gifted a sub to Swift for Sweeper. Thank you for the gift sub. Appreciate that. Love lines. So many lines. I remember drawing this and just being like, okay. I did a bunch of green, and then some of them are dark brown and some of them are light brown, and then I have tan ones, and there's some light green, and there's some black. It was a lot. There's so many. Somewhere I have this photo too. And I'm kind of curious what it looks like. But I don't know if I have that one easily accessible from my phone, or if that is a desktop-only photo. As in, I never uploaded it anywhere. Because sometimes, like, I would take a ton of pictures, and like maybe my favorite picture got uploaded, but not this one. Because like this one worked good for a drawing, but not for the upload, because I didn't want to like, I wanted to curate it. Big Kepi did not come across here, but it did come up over there. That's new. I also realized that despite putting the phthalo green yellow shade over there, I didn't get myself one. So this is getting chucked over by my sink, where I might step on it and remember to grab a new one. Alright, I have a lot of green to mix. And I need to clean up my palette just a little bit, because I still have all the sand colors on it, and I want to keep those, because what I probably want to do is I probably want to put some shading in here, which I didn't do in the drawing. And I should have. So I might want to fix that later. So I have a little bit of cleanup to do on the palette. Just so I have full space. And sometimes the dried paint on the palette will chip off as I'm like mixing and whatever, and then it'll get in here and not do useful things. It'll just kind of impede what I'm trying to do. We have a 14-month resub from Jet Prower, who says, "Time for more paints, I see." Yes, more paints. Now, based on the sheer number of grasses that I have to paint, I don't suspect I will finish them today. Because in addition to that, I have the detail work to do. The umbrellas and the whatever else I decide to put in. Like if I decide to put the signs in or not, I haven't decided. I might do all the grass and then decide, no, I think it would look better without. Because I can draw it in with chalk and then see how I feel. I should also probably draw this in before I have all my paint out and it dries out. Okay. So... Oh, you can see that. Okay. Didn't know if you could. I'm just touching up this line because I don't love it. That's better. I'm already much happier with the sand here than I am here. It's richer looking, and there's like detail to it. I was never happy with this, but I was also new at all of that. Okay. Now I have to figure out exactly how I'm going to make this green. How do I want to make this green? And I have a handful of greens I could use, but I can also mix one. This might be a good base to start with because I don't really want to have this random mix around. This is a empty paint tube that at one point I had mixed a lot of paint and put in an empty paint tube. That's why it's unlabeled, so I just have a swatch on the top and it's green. Yeah, so I think I'm going to mix a base green for everything. Kind of fill in a little bit of this. And then, knowing how I do chalk pastels, like, these are just pure color pigments, and I just drew lines. So, like, this stuff in here, these bigger sea oats, these lighter ones, these are basically just Titan Buff, but in chalk pastel. And, like, these ones, these are burnt umber. These ones that stick up, these dark brown ones. And, like, I can see the burnt sienna in here, too. So that's kind of my thought. Is just to have all of my colors on my palette and to just rotate through all of those colors. And this was all about layering, so I had put down all the green, and like there's some darker spaces in here, like through here. And so I would lay down some black, and then it'd be too much, so then I had to put green on top of it. So I think it's gonna do the same thing in painting. So I just need to start with some of my base colors. What else do I want to have out on the palette? I have Titan, I have Sienna, I have Umber. So I'll need a dark green for the base. I'll need a light green because there's a little bit of light green in here. Like in here. And then I'll probably want to have a desaturated green for like the black color, the darker colors. So, time to make that. So this is how this works, by the way. It just like pushes all the paint up and then it crinkles it so it doesn't go back. Sometimes I'll go use this on my toothbrush tubes just to make sure I get everything. I don't even know what's in this random tube. Like, it's acrylic and it's golden, but I don't remember how I mixed this. It's a little dried out. Let's fix that. Slick Duke says, I have something like that for toothpaste, but it's just a piece of metal with a slit in it. A key. It kind of rolls up the end. I have a few keys around, but they never fit the tubes I use. They're made for oil paints and watercolors. this is very dark and it's a little desaturated, so this might just end up being my desaturated color. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to desaturate it more and make it that. And make a new green for the base color. What was that noise? That was Steven taking the recycling out. Because we have a trash can in for recycling, and then it got full, so he probably went and dumped it into the big one in the garage. Which is right below, so. We realized we forgot trash this week. Which rarely happens. But we had Thomas here. It's fine. It's not Thomas's fault. He doesn't know when trash is. And last week they forgot our trash. They missed us. They actually missed a bunch of houses in the neighborhood. And everyone just left their cans sitting out thinking, oh, they'll remember and come get it. And I'm like, no, they have no idea they missed our trash cans. And they don't drive through for fun randomly to see who still has their trash cans out. So I submitted a thing to trash pickup and was like, hey, come get all these houses. And sure enough, later that day it was done. That's better. That'll be a good desaturated color, I think. It could probably be a little darker. They were waiting for the wild, untamed, undomesticated garbage trucks to come by. Yeah. Sure felt like it. Like, this isn't how things get done, neighbors. Let's see. I'm making green, so I need cyan. Echo Storm says, different in the UK. We use plastic bins instead. So we have big plastic bins that sit out on the side of the road. Well, they sit in the garage until it's trash day. And then we put our bags of trash in the big trash bins. Some places will use, like, recycling bags. And I remember when I was young, they were, like, clear blue. But here they don't, which is great. I'm going to swatch all of these once I have them mixed. And I might do a little test on my paper to see how I feel about it. But right now I'm trying to make a very saturated, like, emerald green color. Dark Over said, sometimes it's a plastic box. Yeah, when I was young, we went from having, like, clear plastic bags with our recyclings in it, and we would put those out on the side of the road, like the whole bag. And then at some point they replaced it with bins, like crate bins, and they were like not very big. And I think nowadays, like where I'm from, it's the big plastic bins that trucks can just like pick up the whole thing and dump it into the truck. Like they have here where we live now. Hi Bardic, are we touching grass? Yes, a lot of it. I am mixing up green, and that is too light. It looks a little same to me on camera, but it is too light. I need more blue. Still too light. We have a 15-month resub from the Queen's Thief. Thank you. Sunburn Noir says, if you don't say anything about stuff, people might not know. I asked our city for a duck crossing sign. There's a pond near my work that has baby geese and ducks crossing the road, and every year many of them are killed and ran over. That's so sad. I assume the sign got put up? We have a ton of geese every year, and they literally just cross the road, like whole flocks of them. And it's a little wild. Not yet, hoping they will. I hope so. Okay, more of this. All right, I have a good base green. Now I need lighter green. Out of yellow. think this needs more yellow, the lighter green. Okay, I'm happy with all these colors. Now we're going to swatch them and do a little test. And then we'll see how far I get and how much paint grass I actually get painted. All right, you go in safe zone. Thought that was dry. It was not. Okay, so swatching them first, I'm gonna grab Not Great paintbrush. So we have dark color. Next darkest color. Base layer green. Light green. And then we have all of our details. So we have, okay, there's green on my brush. Titan buff. Let's try that again. Titan buff on top of a little bit of green. And then I have sienna. And umber. So those are all the colors in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint a base layer on both my paper and my canvas of the medium green. Let that dry, finish my coffee, and then start to add in all these details. This is where it's going to start looking a lot more like the drawing, because it's going to have all the colors in it now. So I'm trying to make it solid green in here, and then just kind of paint upwards like it is the sea oats towards where my chalk lines are to feather that, because it needs to get filled in more, but it's not going to be perfect. And then while I wait on things to dry, I might as well just fill this in on the bottom too. Okay. Good base layers. Penguin Frog says, speaking of painting the edges of canvas, it's real annoying the sides of the Redbubble prints aren't painted. I'm probably going to at least make the edges black to make it not so jarring. Yeah, that's something I haven't loved about the canvas prints they have. I suppose they assume you are going to frame it. There are services that I've had canvas prints done where they will wrap it, and they can wrap it in a few ways where they will, like if the picture isn't big enough, they take the outer edge of the picture and then mirror it so it like still connects and the seam isn't as noticeable, or some of them will just print black preemptively. I do not know what they are doing in particular. Okay, going to cover up all of these extra greens. And this plastic is not big enough, so time for more. Do I have that out? I don't. Where's all my plastic wrap? I feel like I just saw it too. Oh, there it is. That was frustrating. Where in Hyrule are we picking up tonight? I can't remember where we left off. Because we had a little bit of a break when Thomas was here and we played Mario Party. We did hit a major story beat last time, yes. Because we found the dragon and the Master Sword. I assume we're going to finish exploring the forest. Could always play more Mario Party. There's a lot of cat hair. Kepler was on my lap yesterday when I was painting for all of a minute. Alright, this is almost dry. Did finish my coffee. This is still wet. Oh yeah, Korak Forest. Yeah, forgot about that. Shopping, but festively. This track. So festive. There was a Phantom Ganon. Shopping again, but festively too. Is this big enough? It is. Because I don't have any plastic on the easel shelf, which I like to keep because it keeps it from picking up all of this on the bottom if it's damp at all. Dang it. Alright, so we're going to do some testing on this swatch, the big swatch, with all of these colors. And see if that's what we're looking for. And then we can move over and do it on here, if it is. I'm just trying to determine which paintbrush I want to use for this. And I think it's the one I painted it with. So this is just going to kind of be a lot of different lines. We have a 15-month resub from Charlemagne. Thank you. I just painted the one with the tassels on it just to see, but it's going to end up getting painted over a little bit here. That feels like it. You guys probably have a glare unless I hold it right. It's just lots of layers, and it's going to be a lot of back and forth. Which is fine, that's just how you do that. Because if I feel like somewhere's not dark enough, then I'll just start picking up more of the dark green and into the burnt umber. And start bringing some of that in. But this brush is not the right size that I want. And some of the detail work, like these guys, or any of these, those will be later. We're just trying to do a base layer of everything. You did the ones here with pencil. These are chalk pastel. So like everything, when I draw on these with the chalk, this is the same thing, but this is in pencil form. In college, it was not. I have chalk pastels somewhere. They might be in one of my other totes. Traditionally, chalk pastels are... they're like sidewalk chalk, but better. Like artist grade sidewalk chalk. And they're normally square or round-ish, and they're about like this long. And it's like, there's no paper or anything on it. Becca says, I prefer round. Yeah, I had square ones when I did these. And then I got a new, better set, my Drawing 3 class. And I want to say those were also square, but some people had the round ones. And he said, the feel of chalk dust icks me so badly. Yeah, your hands just feel dry the whole time. So I would just keep a wet towel and I could just wipe my hands off every so often. Sapphire Rebecca says, I also did oil pastels. I used those student teaching, but I didn't love them because I wasn't used to them. All right, so I'm going to start with burnt umber. And I'm going to start adding this wherever it is very dark. So like here, some of this area, some of this center area, a little bit down here. And I'm also trying to work on getting these edges right. And I do need to do that with more than green. So I will start building in some of that as well. And I need this closer to me. So pile of paintbrushes you need to move. So I'm trying to keep these lines a lot finer than the ones I put down as the base layer. It is very spooky music. I feel like this needs to be higher because this gets like almost to the horizon line. And this needs to get higher too, so this should actually be like up here. Yes. Because I'm looking at a few of these guys and like... Too much paint there. Like that one gets way up to the horizon. And some of these even go up above the horizon a little bit. I'm also feeling like I should maybe do these in some layers. Like kind of think of all the back lines here and then start to bring in the center lines. Because I think it will build it better maybe. Down. Up. Yeah, I think that's going to be the case, so I'm going to do that. That's a good base layer of those. Hi.
I brought you a treat.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I wanted you to try it.
Mmm.
I need everyone to know. I need everyone to know that this wonderful woman brought me a special treat when she went to the store.
Wasn't at the store.
Well, yeah, but you were out doing errands and you went to a bakery? I don't know. She got a homemade oatmeal cream pie from like a bakery, and she brought it home to me as a treat, and it was great. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I love you. Goodbye.
I love you too. Goodbye. Could you do a zoom in for me?
Huh?
Could you do a zoom in before you leave?
Yes.
Right where I'm working here.
You want like a real zoom in?
I mean,
you have the zoom lens
no.
now, right? You have the zoom lens. So like, I
Cool.
can do that.
You have to refocus it?
Yeah, you hold it up.
Where?
Like hold it up in front of the camera. Because that's... Oh god, it does that.
There. I'll go up. There. That's what I'm working on. Tiny stuff.
You can hold it closer if you want. I'll just refocus it.
That's what I'm doing.
Okay.
Thank you.
Now I have to refocus it once you put it back, but that's fine. I keep it focused on the... What do they call the middle bar?
This?
Yeah.
Easel.
No, but the middle of it.
Easel.
Okay. Oh, I can't even see that far. That's fine. Alright, there you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh wait, I have to zoom the stupid camera out. It was like here. Yeah. It was like there. Alright.
Thank you. Okay. I think that's enough of this color on the left. Now we need to put it over on the right. We have a 15-month resub from Agency97. Thank you. So we're gonna do the same thing over here. I find if I pull upwards, I get finer lines, but sometimes it's just harder to do. And gotta get the side here. We have a 15-month resub from Moled. Thank you. Tried to catch it with the brush, that would have been bad. All right, that's a good base layer for all the dark grass. I'll probably have to bring more in later. The other thing this lets me do is it lets me finish shading the sand, which is, I think, a good wrap-up activity for today. Because anything else is going to take me a while to do more layers. So in order to shade the sand, I'm gonna take some gloss glazing liquid and put some on the palette. Because now I know exactly where the path is going, I can do this. I'm gonna take some of this same brown color I've been using. We're gonna make a glaze, which just means it's transparent. And then I can kind of work it in here under all of this. And this side over here won't have any of that. Am I adding the beachgoer in the painting? Slick Duke asks. Yes, I like the umbrellas a lot. And they're just kind of silhouettes here sitting on chairs. So I do like that part a lot. Even though the other two don't have any people in them. I don't know, I can always change my mind on that. It is one of the last things I will be doing, because I'm going to finish the grass first. And that's the whole thing for the oats. And then all the little detail work will be later. all that is wrapped up. Cool. So it's getting there. It's starting to, like, with the grass here, that added a ton to making it look like this, which is great. Once I have the edges of where it sits on the actual beach blocked in, like as I'm starting to finish like the line here of it, that will help a lot. Because if I kind of do this, you can kind of see it. There's a lot of progress yet. All right, things that are coming up. Let's start by doing this. Thank you to my Patreon supporters on patreon.com. Appreciate you guys. And if you're interested in that, you can check out the links in Discord. What else is going on? We're playing Zelda tonight, as you probably were aware, over on Steven's channel. And yeah, we just finished off like one of the last major story beats from what I understand before like the end game story beats. So we're just going to do a few things and then maybe start on some of that stuff and do some shrines. I'm excited for it, to see what's going to be happening. Otherwise, on Monday night, I will be playing Dark Cloud 2. I think I'm expecting to play by myself this Monday and finishing Sindane stuff, because when Thomas was here this past Monday, we did a majority of it. I just need to get some culture points. I need to get the monster transformation badge, so I'll need to get some money so I can buy that for Monica, and then I need to get one of those monster transformations. Make Chaz play a game. Maybe the week after, if he's up for it. I know Haley wants to play too, so at some point Haley will play, but I know she has some stuff coming up as well. Pick cross stream. I'd play that with Chaz. Do square stream with Chaz. I said something one time like we need to do competitive puzzle stream, square stream. Otherwise, next week I'll be painting Tuesday, continuing this obviously. I have a lot to do on this. Once I get like the edges here, it'll go faster because it'll be a little more mindless instead of like trying to think about how many of these guys have tassels on the top. So it'll go a little bit faster as I keep getting through the layers, and I can use bigger brushes and kind of just mindlessly draw lines in. And I think that's enough for now. I'm sure Steven is doing Metroid next week, probably Wednesday. And that is all I know. So I will see you guys tonight for Zelda, Monday for Dark Cloud 2, and Tuesday for more painting. Warming up for mod karaoke. Alright, I know it is noon on a Friday. Are any of my friends streaming? I don't think so. Just going to double check. Not that I see. I don't need a feed, Twitch. Like, you don't need to show me that. Alright, anyway, I will see you all tonight for Zelda. Hope you're there. And, raid the pantry. You can go do that. It is lunchtime. I had yogurt, so I won't be doing that. Maybe I'll go for a bike ride. Have a good night, everyone. See you later.